looking up. The Chicago Bears are officially 4-2. I love
Chicago.
What I saw
right now
from Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb Williams, to me, has officially turned the corner, I believe. Now, thankfully, he has done to bad teams what you're supposed to do to bad teams. He's played 3 of the 4 worst defenses in football in the last 3 weeks. But you made them look like the worst defenses in football, which you're supposed to do to bad teams. We can't take it for granted. I was watching Caleb Williams complete passes yesterday that in latter games, other NFL quarterbacks weren't able to complete, back shoulder to Keenan Allen. And so when I'm looking at Caleb Williams, the growth that he's making, the steps that he's taking, he's finally looking like he's no longer going to hold the Chicago Bears back. And in a division that has the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions, and the Green Bay Packers, Caleb Williams, you don't look like the weak link. You don't look like the sorry team. You and your Bears look like y'all can compete just like everybody else can compete. And with that defense that's taking the ball away, I love what I'm seeing from Caleb. Shady, where you at with it?
He's looking good. He's looking real good. But I can't crown him yet.
Fair.
I think he's still a rookie. This is why I always say I don't really judge rookies a certain way because, you know, he's number 1 pick, all this hype, everybody want to throw him away after the first couple of games. Oh, he's not this, he's not that. Now everybody wants to jump back on the bandwagon, so I'm not going to do that. When I watch this game, one thing about him is he shows me that when he knows where to go with the ball, he's super accurate, right? Back shoulders, throwing it to the pylon, all these different things he can do. But there's some things, I will say this, though. We had a lot of criticism on the play calling, criticism on the running game, and here and there the defense. Well, when you watch them, the play caller did a great job putting him in great calls, right? And then they ran the ball well with Swift. I will say this, though,
Swift is getting going.
Huh?
Swift is getting going.
So, but what happens when, because they haven't played no division games yet, and you have really good division.
Yeah,
right?
really good.
So what happens when the running game is not working like it was working, right? What happens then? Or what happens when the defense can't get all these turnovers? What happens then? Right? So I think the worst thing we've seen with Caleb was he wasn't getting the turnovers on defense, and the running game wasn't really working. I don't want to crown him too soon. I mean, he does have 9 touchdowns, but in like 4 games. That's the first time in rookie history with the Bears. So he's doing well. I think his thing is, for him, his career will be really, really good. It's right now, I don't want to crown him just yet.
It's funny because It's funny because we were in a group chat yesterday and I said, we tweeted it. I was like, man, that's a heck of a play. Chase was like, yo, that's a great play. James was like, it's wide open. I'm like, it's wide open. He said it's wide open. But I get what you're saying now. It's wide open because Keenan Allen knows it's coming. Caleb Williams knows to throw it, and the linebacker's not expecting it.
And the eyes is the biggest thing. The eyes is, I know I'm on a choice route, but this is where I'm going. And that's what when Keenan looked back, this is where I'm going. Put the ball on my back shoulder. It's wide open, easy touchdown.
For a rookie and a veteran to get on a page like this already, it's a good sign for the Chicago Bears because Keenan Allen, underneath, at the line of scrimmage, he makes that offense go, man.
James, what is your take on Caleb Williams? You think he's officially arrived?
I wouldn't say arrived yet, right? The best thing that a quarterback can do is play consistent. You put together 2 good games. Now let's just get to 3. Now let's get to 4. Because, like Shady said, he is still a rookie. So we don't want to be like, oh, he has arrived, and then he have a bad game, and we sit here talking bad about him. You know what I'm saying? Let's just continue to keep playing consistent. Those are really good signs. You're getting really good chemistry with your receivers. You're making plays. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's a game, rookie or not. You know, so he is growing. He's seeing the game better. Let's just keep building. I'm not ready to crown him yet. Let's just keep building, having some positive
performances.
performances.
And he's in the pocket running around a little bit. I say, yo, he's finally getting – I think he is getting more comfortable. We can say that, though. He's getting way more comfortable than he was.
Is it fair for me to say this? Caleb Williams may not have arrived, but OC Shane Waldron has.
I love it.
Is it fair for me to say that? Because
absolutely fair.
When I was watching the game, I'm saying finally Shane Waldron is dialing it up. I woke up at 6:30 to watch the game, and I said, yo, they making this real easy for Caleb. Scheming. Then the one time he was like, okay, Caleb, I'm going to put a little more on your plate. Caleb threw that interception. Then Shane reeled it back in. He said, okay, Caleb, we're going to make this easy for you again. That's why Caleb Williams diced it up. So if Caleb hasn't arrived, I know this much. What Shane Waldron was able to do, running the football, spreading him out, play action, under center play action, with bunch formations in the red zone, I will say as much that Shane Waldron has arrived if Caleb has not.
And I was telling Shady this at the break, and I just want to make sure America knows this. Caleb Williams and that offense, specifically Shane Waldron, the first 2 weeks, they were trying to figure out what their identity is and how they're doing it. They have the second most plays run from the line of scrimmage. What does that mean? Shane Waldron's allowing Caleb to get to the line of scrimmage, see the defense, check in, check out. You know who's number 1? Jaden Daniels. Both rookies. College offense, see it at the line of scrimmage, let them operate. He's exclusively doing really, really well in quick game. He was like 9 of 11 for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns in quick game. So also you saw the 7 old linemen play action. Look, that's a wide open. That should have been a 5th touchdown. So the way he's mixing it all in is special.
But this is why I don't really like I'm not so hard on rookies, though, right? Yeah. Because a couple weeks ago, we were like, we want to throw the coordinator away. Everybody kept talking about it. Oh, well, is Caleb that's good? No. Like, they have to find each other in jail. What do you do best? Okay, what don't you do that good?
Figure it out.
And once you know what he does, because, like, even when you watch the game against the Jaguars, there were some plays that, like, yo, anybody can throw that pass, right? And I'm not trying to hate on Caleb.
But no, that's what I just said.
When you dice it up like that, it makes it easier. Then the defense get turnovers. Okay, cool, right? Any quarterback can play underneath that. Then the running back's getting busy. So now everything is up. Play action. Everything you want to do, you can do. My thing with Caleb is, like, let him slowly develop to the guy he's going to be. I think he's going to be a superstar at the end of it. But let him grow. Everybody's not going to have that James Daniels, like, success so early.
Yeah, but not only that, that's a really good point, too, about the offensive coordinator, because I think we all tend to want to move really fast. Slow down a little bit. No, for real, though. Like, slow down a little bit, because as an offensive coordinator, maybe he couldn't handle a lot. So maybe that's why the offense is looking at it. Now he's walking into the meeting like, hey, coach, I could have got to the... Hold on. Oh, he's starting to see this thing different. Man, now I could put a little bit more on his plate. The offense looks better. I remember coming in as a rookie, you playing the Z. Don't look at nothing else. Learn the Z. Slow yourself down, learn the Z. As the year went on, hey, learn the X now. Learn the zebra. So now I'm in the offense and I know all three spots. But when I first got there and they say, hey, man, here your jersey number, all this, learn the Z. Don't look at nothing, you know? So as a rookie, when you come in, a lot of stuff is moving fast. So I think the OC slowed it down. Now you're showing that I could take on some more. And I'm opening the playbook up, and you're starting to see that.
Did you pick your jersey number or no?
Nah, man, I walked in the building. They say, here go 8-9. Do what you're going to do. Do what you're going to do. Everybody ain't able, man. You know, I'm coming in third round, you know. It is what it is.
Now, look,
he's athletic.
Joe Burrow said the win was, quote, really ugly, but they got it done. James, I know you've doubted the Bengals a lot. You've doubted Joe Burrow as of late. Has all faith been restored in the Bengals, man?
Stop it, Acho.
What happened?
Y'all stop it.
What
happened?
All right.
Did he drop another tier?
They beat the New York Giants. All right. And
win is a win.
They scored 10 points.
A road win?
17.
They scored 10 points
17.
because when you're trying to run the clock out at the end and you score a cheap touchdown, I don't give you credit for that.
In
the middle, entire of the game, we 19 for 28, 200 yards, 0 TDs, 0 picks. That's
no picks, though. You got that 50-yarder.
That's your man's. That's your man's. You know, and it's crazy because I like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is a really good quarterback in this league. So I know me talking about him, it may look like but I like Joe Burrow. But I got to do Joe Burrow like I do to Jalen Hurts, like I do to Josh Allen's, like I do to Lamar Jackson, like I do to Aaron Rodgers, whoever. You got to do it like that. And right now, the Cincinnati Bengals are not a good football team.
Agreed.
You beat the New York Giants barely, and your offense did not play well. And this is an offensive football team. You scored 10 points. And if you want to add that, you're trying to run out the clock when the Giants got no timeouts and you get a cheap score. But when I watched this game, Jamar Chase was nowhere to be found. Joe Burrow was not playing well. The Giants' defense was really dominating the Cincinnati Bengals offensively. So restore, no, because you are going to have to score a lot of points to win games. The defense is not like that no more. Thank God it was Daniel Jones and the New York Giants offense, and it was because they was able to hold them. But no, my confidence is not restored in the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're a bad football team. I do not think they're a playoff football team. I think this team is going home early, and they're going to have to regroup for next year. So, no, I do not have any confidence in the Cincinnati Bengals as of right now.
Did Burrow drop a tier?
No. He in the same tier, man.
I want to make sure.
I always tell you, Joe Burrow's greatest quality is winning. And that third down, no doubt. That's what I'm saying. So you ain't going to drop tier.
Has all the faith been restored? Not all the faith, but some of the faith. And let me explain. Joe Burrow's first or second in every major category except winning this year in terms of quarterback play. He's playing lights out. He does not have a run game. That defense has been a huge issue. Probably the number one reason why they're 2-4. Now, Burrow didn't play well his first game of the year. I get it. However, if you look at their schedule, this is why my faith is like, it's just like a little bit of there.
I'm listening, Chase.
Okay, Week 7, they play at the Browns. Win. Week 8 versus the Eagles. Win.
Whoa.
Week 9 versus the Raiders. Win. There's a really high probability that on November the 7th, when they play the Baltimore Ravens again, that they will be 5-4, and they will be in the thick of the division race and the AFC wildcard race. If they can fix that defense, and they played well last night, they got a takeaway. They only gave up 309 yards. In that Daniel Jones offense, they scored 29 points last week against Seattle. So the defense is coming together a little bit. You got Joe Burrow playing. You got to get a run game. You got to be able to stop the run. 5-4.
I'm just trying to figure out how we go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but if you're 5-4 though, so if you show the schedule real quick, I'm just trying to just figure this thing out.
I'm with you. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, so they 5-4, right? So we think the Ravens are going to keep winning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep. So the Chargers though, I mean, they win.
Chargers can win. Chargers can win.
Steelers though, no matter how
It's
look,
a bye week though. 6-6 maybe.
how they look, they win a game. So my thing is like the Chiefs, they gonna keep winning, right? So this playoff thing though.
Just get in the tournament.
I don't think we'll get in that tournament.
Get in the tournament. That's all you need is a
But my
chance.
thing for you, though, is we sitting up here with confidence with them. Look at the schedule. Who was week 1?
I didn't say I had confidence in it.
Who was week 1?
Hey, you said you had a little. Who was week 1? Because we just saying they're going to beat the Raiders, beat the Browns. Who was week 1?
Chase.
You know, it's not good football.
They barely lost to KC.
Look at
Washington's a really good
teams
team.
they
beat
beat,
Carolina.
man.
They got beat by 3 really good teams.
They beat Carolina. And they beat
Three
the
really good
Giants,
teams.
man.
That's what they beat.
And we
Carolina
sitting
and
here
Giants.
like super faithful, a little bit of faith, like they finna get
I will
the
say this,
I'm
though.
not confident they're gonna beat them other teams.
It's funny how when they're a losing team right now, and we're trying to praise Joe Burrow. We're trying to find a way to praise him, though, right?
My take wasn't even about Joe Burrow.
I'll just say this though, man. They're not a good team right now, like James talked about, and I don't see them going to the playoffs, and I don't see them fixing their issues. When I watch them, I don't know if it's like a heart or identity crisis. I don't know if it's that. I just think they're not that good of a team.
Yeah.
When we need the defense to get a stop, right? They don't. We need the offense to put some points up. They can't. Like, it's just certain things they're not playing comedy football, right? Because you'll have some games where defense plays really well, like last night. And then offense, we need to play well, and they really don't. You get what I'm saying? So I also think they're overall really a good team. And I think it starts when, before the season even started, you playing around with your best players' contracts.
Yeah.
T. Higgins last night looked good to me.
Yeah.
Why he don't have a deal? Okay, cool. That's his second best receiver. My best offensive weapon on the team. Jamar Chase, why he don't have a contract? So you want all these great things to happen, but you're not taking care of the players. I think that's where the issue started from.
I like it.
It's interesting. Sometimes we come up here and we really earn our checks with astute analysis. Chase watching 20 hours of film. Shady, obviously, Eagles' all-time leading rusher, giving us real first-hand experience. James Jones won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. I'm trying to do it. Sometimes we earn our checks with all this astute analysis, and sometimes I just say the Bengals are average.
That's it.
That was real
fair.
simple.
That was it.
That's fair.
That was real simple.
You can make it more the Bengals, everything they do is average.
That's it.
They're average at taking the ball away. They're average at turning the ball over. They're average at running the ball. They're average at everything they do is average. Sometimes it's just not that complex.
I like that.
Now, here's the beauty. If you average, and you already know this, if you were 7 and you standing next to 5s, you look pretty good. But if you were 7 and you standing next to some dimes, you don't really look all that good.
That's a good point.
When the
Shady up right
Bengals
there.
stand next to the Giants and they stand next to the Panthers,
They look all right.
they look all right. But when the Bengals mess around and stand next to the Chiefs
Or the
or
Ravens.
stand next to the Ravens, they don't look that good no more. Like, we can sit here and lie to y'all and try, I was watching 30 hours of tape on all the Joe Burrow passes. No, they're just average.
That's it.
That's what it comes down to.
I don't know. You
only lost by 4
best
points.
analogies is when you do it with the women, right? Because I've been there like, she look good, right? To that 10 walk in the room, you like, excuse me, beautiful.
perked up.
Could you move her to the side for a second? Because there's a 10, you know what I mean? I get that though.
feel me, big
Yeah, because
dog?
they look good against the Panthers.
Yes.
They look great against the Giants.
Yes.
That's a good point.
So that's how we break it down to you, and you'll understand it if we break it down. So
because you know what 10 when you see a 10.
gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. Now sometimes it look like 6.5.
Gotcha. So if I break it down and I'm like, the Eagles look like a 6 right now, like as a woman, and the
That's high.
And the
Packers or whoever good in the NFC look like an 8, that'll help you like, oh, they are playing bad. That'll help you?
I'm understanding what you put in there. I get what you're saying, James. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
From here on out, James, that's how you got to talk to
Gotcha,
2-5.
gotcha.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.